Hi everyone, welcome to my review of Black Beacon version 1.2. Apologies for the late review. Originally, I was planning to make this video earlier, but the developers announced they're delaying 1.3 till October 13th. Me thinking since they're extending 1.2, will at least give us some filler events to do in the meantime, but we got no events at all. We did get some compensation for the delay, but with nothing to do in the next a month and a half, it felt kinda moot. In this video, I'll go over things I'm interested in version 1.2. We got the side story, The Blade's Oath, and sub story, Eon's Reverberation in 1.2. I'll be very honest, I wasn't really interested in the side or sub story. I kinda lost interest in Black Beacon's story because of a couple reasons. There are multiple times in the story where the dialogues or texts are untranslated, which kinda ruins the immersion for me. The game crashed on me a couple times when I was going over the story. I'm not saying the story is bad. I think the main chapter stories are well written. It's just all these bugs and inconveniences makes me not want to really deal with it anymore. Uh, my confidence in this game is also at a all-time low. I think end of service is inevitable, and I didn't want to, invest time into an incomplete story. So for now, I'm skipping all story contents for Black Beacon until I guess like I feel confident that the game's not going to EoS. So let's go over events. We did get a couple events in 1.2, and I thought it was a huge improvement to previous events. I enjoyed most of the events when it was running, I guess, when it was not bugging out. The first event I want to go over is Time and Thoughts. This is an event where you must navigate a labyrinth and complete the objectives. You will start off with a certain amount of essences, which is like blue, yellow, and red. Each movement required one essence. You can get more essence by stepping on spaces with exclamation marks. Activate all objectives to complete the labyrinth. This event sounds simple, right? It was nothing like that. The event was extremely buggy. Even after completing the labyrinth, it sometimes does not mark it as complete and you can't advance to the next stage. To fix it, this is going to sound really stupid. To quote unquote fix it, you must change the language to Chinese and do it again to complete it. Sometimes that doesn't even work and you have to change the language back, or you have to do the labyrinth like multiple times for it to finally recognize it's been completed. It was extremely frustrating, and I thought I was doing something wrong at first. I kind of gave up, and eventually I just tried to look up a guide on YouTube, and that's where I learned you have to change the language to Chinese to fix it and advance to the next stage. I don't know how this passed quality control, but if I were to guess, it's because the QA is all from China or whatever, and since they use the language Chinese, they never ran into that issue. That's my thought about it, or that's my hypothesis. The next event is Patea's Deduction. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but in this event, you navigate on a grid, uncover the space to find the stairs to go to the next floor. If you uncover any enemy space, you will have to defeat them before you can advance to the next floor. I think Girls Frontline 2 had some event like this. This also reminds me of ZZZ's TV mode. I think if you reach floor 10, you get all the rewards. I'm not 100% sure. I can't recall that from the top of my head. There is a leaderboard, and the max floor is 20. Getting to floor 20 is easy if you have 4 decently built teams. This event was fun. As you go through the floors, the enemies do hit harder and are tankier. On floor 20, I was starting to get 1 to 2 shots. I would like to see this event come back, but with a sweep function on lower floors. The fights can get a bit repetitive because it's just cycling through the same sets of mobs each floor. Fishing under the stars can be, I think I'd consider it a fishing event. Your hook swings like a pendulum, and you just have to time it to hook the fish or item. Each level has a point and objective requirement. It's really kind of whatever's. Summer Feast Stall is probably my favorite event in this patch. It's like overcook or plate up without the delivering the food to the table part. Each character will order food, and you just have to cook and serve them. It was a pretty fun and chill mini game, in my opinion. In Stellar Resonance, you will use stamina to go into battle to earn points. You can redeem those points from the item shop. The enemies will usually change daily, but they cycle. I think there's like maybe like 3 or 4 sets of mobs, and they just cycle through them daily. It pretty much turned into my daily main stamina dump until the event was over. Antrip Strike, I think I'm pronouncing that right, is an event that nets you random materials. You have like these objectives, and you just have to do your dailies, and pretty much you can get like shots. You can get character EXPs, weapon EXPs, Aurelium, and limited rune shards. The boards can be refreshed repeatedly. This was a pretty simple event that you just, I guess, get extra materials while doing your dailies. And I think that's pretty much covers all of version 1.2, at least the things I care about. It's a shame 1.3 was delayed due to recent events. The developer says they had to delay 1.3 because of relocations and restructuring of the development team. What this kind of means to me is the game is not meeting its revenue goals, and a couple of people from the development team were let go. I'm a bit disappointed they didn't put out any filler event for us. On top of that, the current Infinite Multiverse is bugged, and players can't even complete it or even create teams to do to do the Infinite Multiverse. It's been almost 2 weeks since this bug, and it still hasn't been fixed. The developers did acknowledge it, but all they did is really just give out compensations. They didn't say they're at least not to my knowledge, they didn't say they're actively working on fixing it. I think if they can't make a big noticeable improvement in 1.3, the game is going to EoS. It's pretty much their last chance. It needs to be something big like Wuthering Waves 2.0 big. I also think Black Beacon not having a dedicated PC client was a major turnoff to a lot of potential players. I think a gacha ARPG at this age needs to have a PC client, or else it's just not gonna work very well, because there's so many gacha ARPGs or action RPGs that has PC clients. So it's like, why play why play this when I could play another gacha ARPG with the PC client? Even if say Black Beacon has a unique combat style or like a unique story, it's just like really inconvenient to play on a mobile device or on an emulator. Honestly, I wouldn't really be surprised if they announced their EOS a couple days before the version 1.3 release. Something like Tribe 9. I think the only reason why I'm still playing Black Beacon at the moment is mainly because of the combat. The combat in Black Beacon, I enjoy a lot. As long as my mouse can stay within the emulator. Sometimes, like during combat, I'm not worried where my mouse is at, and I just click off screen, and then it just kind of ruins the tempo of the combat. And like I said, I wish they had like a dedicated PC client. And also the small hope that the game will bounce back at 1.3. Anyways, I don't want to keep on ranting. Hope you enjoy this video, and hopefully we'll see version 1.3. See ya.